like I said, we're on steel out at 275. That trigger. Hey guys, welcome back out at the hide again today. We're out here for part 3, our final video on the Rack Grade Grendel from Anderson Manufacturing. I have to say, overall, I'm pretty impressed. We're going to go over our fave points, functionality, accuracy, and value, and kind of give you guys a better idea on the rifle itself. We'll get some target pictures to show you all and go over some final thoughts. But as far as functionality goes, it's been 100%. And I can say that. I will put my hand on a Bible right now. It has not had a misfire. It has not had a jam. And I have put a little over 500 rounds through this, with a little over 400 being that Wolf lacquer-coated steel case 100-grain FMJ. It has ate everything. Brass, no problem. Steel, no problem. It's ate it all. The only issue I had at all was one of the AR Stoner magazines failed to lock back. Other than that, 100% reliability. Honestly, to me, that's kind of shocking. I expected some issues with, some more issues with the magazines, and especially that steel case Wolf ammo, but it shot it all and didn't miss a beat. I have to say, overall, I'm pretty impressed with it. As far as accuracy goes, as you guys seen in some of the other videos, I mean, guys, you know, this rifle can be had for about 600, maybe a little less, a little more. Granted, you got to stop and think what it is you're actually wanting this rifle to do. Are you looking to have a cost-effective way to get into Grendel? This is definitely a viable option. I would have no problems at all recommending it for that. If you're looking to shoot dime-sized groups at 200 yards, this is not the rifle for you. Bottom line, it won't do it. It's not meant to do it, honestly. The price point itself is not going to allow it to do it. But overall, I would say accuracy is more than acceptable for what it is. I've got a bunch of targets I'm going to show you here in just a second, just to kind of prove that point. But I think the biggest hindrance in this particular rifle is the real heavy trigger. If I've got some targets showing, you know, I stuck the upper on one of my lowers with the flat blade CMC 3.5 pound drop-in trigger, groups came into it a lot better. But overall, I would call accuracy okay. I mean, it's right at about 1.5 to 2 MOA, and that's with, you know, decent ammo. It's more than that considerably with the Wolf, but it allows you to get into the caliber. It allows you to practice with the caliber. It allows you to shoot the caliber. I think that's probably the biggest thing this has got going for it. But let me get in front of the camera. I'll show you guys some of the targets. And like I said, overall, I'm pretty happy with them. I mean, let's take a look at some of the first targets we shot. Now this was whenever we first did the accuracy video. That's that Hornady Black 123 grain ELD, and as you can see, there's one there, and then there was one off about here. That's horrible. Here is the American Eagle. We got one way down there, up there, also absolutely horrible. We've got the 100 grain Wolf. It actually shot a little bit better than the others, but right there, and right there, not great. Then we got the Hornady SST, that 123 grain hunting stuff. It actually shot pretty good. There was one here, and there was actually one, I believe it was like right over in here. So honestly, that's pretty good. That's pretty acceptable. I was happy with that. Let's take a look at another one I did. This is also at 110 yards. There's that Hornady SST right there. Look at that. That's a nice group. That is a quality group. I have no trouble at all with that. I mean, that's what, 1.5 inches? That's pretty good. Here's the American Eagle again. It shot into a little bit better group that time. Wolf doing a little bit better. Wolf again, not too bad. There's the Hornady Black. I could have shot that one a little bit better. I'm pretty sure I pulled that one, but overall not bad. Pretty happy with it. But that right there, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I strung the shots a little bit, but it shows the barrel is relatively capable of some accuracy. But now let's take a few targets here. Now these were shot at, here's one at, I think this one was 110 yards, but I shot this target with that upper on my lower with the CMC flat blade, so a lot better trigger. There's the American Eagle. The American Eagle just did not perform out of this rifle at all, no matter what I did. There's the Hornady Black. I mean, that's considerably better. That was probably an MOA group, but I pulled that one. Let's see here. There's the Wolf. We got one way down there, a couple there. So, I mean, really, that's not bad. I mean, considering. And there's that SST. I mean, that's pretty good. I'm sure since I suck, I pulled that one, but I mean, that's a pretty good group. And then I had a few rounds of it left, so I shot the last 6 rounds there just to kind of see. But I mean, overall, you stick a trigger in it, I think it's got some reasonably good accuracy, very good accuracy, in fact. I mean, $100 upgrade, $130 upgrade could really let that rifle come into its own, and you still wouldn't have much money into it. But I even done those same loads at, this one was shot at 210 yards, and there's that American Eagle again, and big flyer up there, not so great. The Hornady Black, there's 2 shots. I don't know where the third one went. The Wolf, we had a big string on the Wolf here, right there, and way down here. It's not great. But there's that SST again. There, and there. I mean, that's 210 yards. If I could shoot a rifle worth of crap, I mean, that's a pretty good group at 210 yards out of a, you know, a $600 rifle. Granted, that was shooting it with a little bit better trigger, but, you know, all things considered. And then I shot this here using that 100 grain Wolf, but I shot it suppressed. This was standing at 60 yards. So, I mean, it's definitely a, you know, minute of deer, no question about it. That is a fact, or minute of varmint. But overall, like I said, guys, the overall accuracy of the rifle, I think, is pretty good. But again, you know, it's like everything else we talk about here at the Hide. It's all in context. I mean, this is a value-based rifle. This is not, you know, it doesn't have a Leisure barrel or, you know, a Shylon or something like that. So, I mean, it's not going to shoot dime-sized groups at 100 yards. It's just not going to. The value of the rifle, I would say, is spot on. I mean, for the money, for what you're spending to get into the caliber, I say is a really good deal. I mean, I know Brian down at Top Shelf, he was looking at selling these, and I think he was going to charge right at around $600 plus tax, plus shipping if you need it. But I mean, to get into the Grendel, that's not bad. I mean, that's good, you know. And later on, I mean, if you wanted to upgrade the rifle, you could, but you could practice with it in the meantime. As far as this rifle here, the things that I did not like about it, this stock is ridiculous. I don't know what in the world they were thinking with this. They have a QD mount built into their buttstock, but they have no QD mount up here. That makes literally no sense. I don't know why you wouldn't have some sort of sling mounting, you know, device in the fore end of the rifle. I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of that, period. And the checkering on the back part of the stock, although it is positive, it is like a cheese grater if you're wearing anything other than a coat or a heavy shirt. If you're wearing a t-shirt, it'll scar you up pretty good, actually. I do not like this. The trigger itself, it's fairly clean, but it is really, really heavy. It's really hard to get a consistent trigger pull and trigger press with it. I think that's probably what led to some of the accuracy issues. The barrel, I would have liked to have seen in a mid-length gas system. There's a lot of jumpiness of this rifle. I think if it had a mid-length, it would probably be a little bit better. But again, you're not going to get all that stuff at the price point. We just have to know that. As far as, like I said, the magazines go, I just used the AR Stoners. They were available. They were cheap. They did work. Like I said, the only issue I had with one of them was just it failed to lock the bolt back. I did end up using the Nikon Buckmasters 4-12 and the Aero Precision mount. As you guys know, great lightweight setup. I shot it all the way out to 300 yards and didn't have any trouble making steel hits for the most part. So, I mean, with good ammo, I think you're really good to go. Just like I said, guys, it's good to look into it. I mean, if you're thinking about getting into Grendel, it'd be a viable option, no question about it. I think it's a good rifle. I mean, I would have no trouble at all recommending it for that particular use. But you know, if you guys got any questions on this or anything else on the channel, please feel free to post it up. If you like this content, please give me a subscribe and a like. It definitely helps out the channel. And as always, guys, shoot straight. Later.